It's so interesting, you know? I mean, it looks like whoever lived there just abandoned their 2 cars and just left. Next door as well. That house is falling apart. And this house looks, it's probably empty as well. There's 3 of them in a row. I am in Foreman, Arkansas. This is downtown. As you can see, they have some dogs guarding this downtown area. Let me show you a map real quick so you can see where I'm at in the state. And in population history, 1980 peak population, 1377. Latest estimates, 2024, 936 people. So they've got a bit of population loss happening here. Oh, the dog stopped barking. Now it's quiet. Median age of this town is 40, so that is 1 year older than the U.S. median age of 39. Kind of like it here. Well, let me give you the ethnic breakdown as I wander up the sidewalk. 63% white, 19% black, 14% Hispanic, 2% Native American. The rest is mixed or other. Okay. A couple other old buildings there. Looks like they are empty. And here's City Hall. Foreman City Hall. I was thinking this was the post office, but it's not. It says it is the Walnut Hill Telephone Company. And there's even a phone booth there. Let's check it out. Yeah, Walnut Hill Telephone Company. Does it work? Doesn't work. And so that is pretty much it for downtown. Let's go check out the rest of the town. Well, let me give you the median household income. $39,833 a year. That's $766 a week. Yeah, that's really low. That's everybody who lives in a household, 15 years or older, their combined incomes. $766 a week. That's not much to live on. Low cost of living helps though. It's a 79 here, so that's 21% lower than the rest of the U.S. Utilities are real high though, 116. Wow. Housing's 33. So that means home values here are going to be pretty low. And we're definitely seeing evidence of that. Poverty, pretty high, 24.6 overall. 17 and under, it's 36. 65 and older, it's 14%. Those are all 2 to 3 times higher than the U.S. Another abandoned home. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Now, if you're wondering what people do for a living here, some agriculture and timber production. There's also a lot of limestone in the area. So this town is a major producer of cement. That's a really nice house over there. All right, so this is pretty typical. The housing we see here. I checked crime. Last year, 12 incidents per 1,000 people. That compares to 21 for the U.S. Yeah, crime here is pretty low. About half that. of the rest of the country. Median home value $88,300. Yes, so housing is very affordable here. Gator Pride. Yeah, this is the high school. For those of you interested in seeing that. Yeah. Let me adjust this camera. The Gators. And finally, the Wooden Spoon Cafe. What looks like the most popular place in town. I am in Ashdown, Arkansas. Taking a look at this mural, which caught my eye right as I came into town. These are all on the walls of the Ashdown Community Library. And they've got some more here on the side of the building. Look at that, Dune. That is my favorite book of all time. I've read it probably 5 or 6 times. Awesome. All right, as I walk the streets of downtown, it's actually an alley behind it. Here, I'll show you a map right now. You can see where I am. And population history, peak population 5150. Hey, that's my 4th favorite Van Halen album. Anyway, yeah, latest census 2024, 4,088. This looks like a spot where a building was torn out. Median age here is 39. It's the exact same as the US. And before I pop out on the main street there, here's the ethnic breakdown. 55% white, 36% black, 5% Hispanic, remaining mixed or other. All right. We should see some more downtown when we pop out here. Yeah, a little bit more. Flea market here. Cool. Ashdown Bargain Center. Here's the median household income, $47,398 a year. That's $912 a week. Here's a little bit more downtown. Looks pretty abandoned, doesn't it? Yeah, not a lot happening here. Well, let's take a look at the cost of living. It's an 82. Healthcare is the highest at 103. Wow. Housing is a 46. Right along these railroad tracks, we've got a old train depot. It's an old caboose. This is pretty fantastic, isn't it? Always nice to see a small town take care of its train depot. The old historical ones. It's a beauty, isn't it? Ashdown is the county seat for Little River County. This is the county courthouse, built in 1907. See those columns? Very ancient Rome, ancient Greek-like. Yeah, this is neoclassical architecture. Well, how about that? A barber shop. I like it. And, well, I don't know what this is. It says it's open, whatever it is. Well, that looks like an abandoned house, doesn't it? Let's see. Let me give you poverty. 25.8 overall. School-age children, 55%. That is really high. 65 and older, it is 15%. The town used to be called Turkey Flat. This was in the late 1800s. And there was a mill in town. It was the top income generator. There's downtown over there. It burned down to the ground. Down to ash. So the town renamed itself Ashdown. I still like Turkey Flat though. That is an old house there. Let's see, let me give you the median home value. $130,900. Wow, that's a little higher than I thought it would be. Look at this old, once very beautiful home. How does that even happen? A house like that, abandoned and in this kind of disrepair. You can tell it was just absolutely beautiful at one time. Oh boy. Sounds like a tornado siren. It's really creeping me out though. I feel like the end of the world's about to start. The zombies have been set free. Take cover. Alright, crime, I was surprised to see it's pretty high here. Last year, 31 incidents per 1,000 people. That compares to 21 for the US. Yeah, crime quite a bit higher here. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for here. Yeah, let's head to the next town now. I am in Mineral Springs, Arkansas. The town certainly wants you to know that as you drive in with this large mural. As you make your way into the downtown of the city, or the town really. I don't know if you would call this a city. Well, here's a map, so you can see where I'm at. And in population history, peak population, year 2000, 1264. 2024 down to 1045. Now, next to that sign is the public library. This is it right here. Kind of looks like a former small train depot, doesn't it? That's pretty awesome. Median age here is 35. Yeah, town's a little bit younger than the US. Let me give you the ethnic breakdown before I get into the downtown. 39% black, 38% white, 21% Hispanic. Remaining 2% is mixed or other. PI's, Fine Food and Barbecue. It's right next door to Big Daddy's Barbershop. Probably the most popular places in town. It doesn't seem to be open today. Yeah, sure enough. It's a barbershop as well. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this downtown on the other side. Cool. Here's the median household income. $54,931 a year. It's $10.56 a week. Not too bad. It's kind of on a major road here, so a little bit more traffic than I would like. You guys know me. I don't like traffic. I don't like busyness. I like it when it's calm. Who agrees? I think a few of you do. Yeah, everything over here looks abandoned and empty. See what the inside. Oh, nothing there we can see, but here we go. It's just empty, isn't it? Yeah, same here. And then gas station right here. Looks like that's been sitting empty for a while as well. All right, well, let's see what else we can find here. Now, I'm sure many of you have been to Dillard's. You see them anchoring a lot of shopping malls across our country. Well, did you know that William T. Dillard, the founder of the company, was born and raised right here in this little Arkansas town? Road closed. Guess I'm not going that way. Well, the residential areas are pretty nice, actually. Let's see. Poverty, 11.8 overall. 17 and under, 17. 65 and older, 14. Those are all pretty in line with the rest of the U.S. Cost of living's in 84, 16% lower than the rest of the country. Goods and services are the highest at 102. Housing's at 54. Looks like someone has a pit fire going there. Yeah, when you get out in the country, a lot of times your trash, or some of it, they just burn it in the yard. Can't do that in the city, that's for sure. All right, so the median home value, $132,000. Woo, that's a big bump. $132,500. And, well, I'll give you crime. Last year, 12 incidents per 1,000 people. US is 21. Yeah, crime here is lower than it is in the rest of the country. Alright, well, it's a real small town. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot to show you. I think that's going to do it for here. Let's go to the next one. I am in Nashville. No, not the one in Tennessee. This is the one in Arkansas. Named after the one in Tennessee, just so you know. Let me show you a map. You can see where I'm at here. Population history, peak population 2000, 4878. Latest census estimate 2024, 3984. Lost a little bit of population. It is a pretty bustling town, though. Lots of traffic here. Look at that huge grain elevator. It's monstrous. You can see that for a long distance out of town as you come in. This downtown, by the way, the entire downtown is on the National Register. Yeah, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Top industry here is cattle and chicken farming. Yeah, cattle and chicken farming. Well, that is certainly awesome, isn't it? Drink Dr. Pepper. It's good for life. Well, my grown kids certainly think so. They drink it all the time. Here's the ethnic breakdown real quick. 45% white, 34% black, 17% Hispanic, 2% Asian, last 2% mixed race or other. So, what's the incomes like here? Median household income, $39,207 a year. That's actually pretty low, isn't it? $754 a week. As I said before, that's the entire household, combined incomes. Looks like a healthy town, though. Yeah, cost of living is an 88, so 12% lower than the rest of the U.S. Goods and services, highest 102, housing 67. Now, look, cost of living is low, but it's not as low as some of the other towns. Well, poverty is pretty high. 24.6 overall, 17 and under 36, 65 and older 21. Those are all twice higher than the rest of the U.S. Checked crime, by the way. 26 incidents per 1,000 people last year. U.S. is 21. So crime here, a little bit higher. Well, hopefully you can see this. The sun is shining right into the camera. Let me get in the shade here. Nashville is the Howard County seat. This is the Howard County Courthouse. That's a little bit better, huh? Built in 1939. This is Art Deco. Yeah, they've got some beautiful houses in this town. All in really good shape. Here's the median home value. $138,400. All right, everyone. So that's going to be it for this part of the video here in rural Arkansas. Nicole and I are going to head to Hot Springs, which is kind of in the middle of the state, about an hour and a half from here. And as usual, together we will poke around the town, tell you about it, its history, those kind of things. Probably visit a bathhouse, eat at a local restaurant. You know, the things that we usually do in the bigger towns. So hang tight. That's coming up next. Now, you know what this is?
It's a rock.
It is a rock. It is...
Cool.
Huh?
Cool.
It's a big rock, isn't it?
It is Arkansas Blarney Stone.
Yes, it is Arkansas's Blarney Stone. Let's see what this says.
Oh, I think I've been to a bar named that before.
Well, here's the story on this one. The Arkansas Blarney Stone, a 7,000-pound chunk of Arkansas sandstone, was a gift to Hot Springs from Butch Bennett, Bennett Brothers Company. Okay. So anyway, this is how he discovered it. While wandering on a local mountain on a trail off the beaten path, gathering his thoughts for a big out-of-town speech, Butch swears that out of the corner of his eye, he saw a little man stick his tongue out at him and holler, "Top of the morning to ya!" Afraid he was hallucinating, he leaned up against a big rock to catch his breath and put his head down. When he looked up, he saw a leprechaun staring at him. According to Butch, the leprechaun talked about how he loved Hot Springs and Arkansas. He told Butch the stone he was leaning on is a descendant of the original Blarney Stone in Ireland. Kiss the stone and you will have the gift of gab. Needless to say, Butch kissed the stone, gave the best speech of his life, and donated this stone to Hot Springs. Kiss the Arkansas Blarney Stone and receive the gift of eloquence, or Blarney, as the Irish say.
Oh, that's what Blarney is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you going to kiss it?
Sure, why
I
not?
dare you. There's not too much bird poop on it, just a little bit.
Is that what that is? Because I was about to kiss it right there.
Oh, there's bird poop there.
I kissed it, full lips and all.
Oh man, ain't no way I'm kissing that.
Well, yeah, you're not a talker anyway.
I'm not a talker. People who watch this...
You only talk on camera. Camera goes off, Joe goes mute.
That's true, I don't talk as much. Anyway, downtown is that way. We're going to head that way. We're in Hot Springs, Arkansas, by the way. I don't think I said that.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Let's head to downtown. Check it out. The world's shortest street in everyday use, painted green to celebrate its role as the site of the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade. Since 2004, this 98-foot street has drawn over 30,000 fans each March 17th.
Oh my gosh, it must be crowded.
30,000 fans on that dinky little street? Yeah. Past celebrity guests include Kevin Bacon, Bo Derek, Jim Belushi, Emma Smith, Ric Flair, Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Join us in honoring this beloved tradition held every St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
You know what I'm picturing?
That's it right there. So we're going to make our way through downtown Hot Springs, an Irish pub. They love the Irish here in
Yes,
Hot
they
Springs.
do. If you're Irish, come on down because they love you here.
Yeah, sure our Irish viewers are getting a kick out of this. Straight up ahead is world famous Bathhouse Row.
Cool.
Yeah, there's 8 bathhouses there. 2 of them still remain as bathhouses. The others are different type of businesses now. But anyway, very historic place. This early 1900s into the mid 1900s, this town was the top gambling destination in the United States, more so than Las Vegas.
Oh my, really?
Yeah, and I think it was 1967 that the state of Arkansas shut it down. But because of that, it was a place that gangsters loved to hang out at. Al Capone, who was it? Bugsy Siegel, a few others, and they like to conduct business here, especially Al Capone. He had a couple of moonshine businesses operating in the area. And one thing we're going to see as we walk through here is water.
And that's the spring.
Yeah, water is everywhere here. That's Bathhouse Road in that direction. It is inside Hot Springs National Park. They are built on top of the springs. They have all that natural hot water piped in. This is the administrative building for Hot Springs National Park. And right there are a bunch of spigots attached to the springs. All the free hot water you can get. And that water is pure, as pure as it gets. We have a little bit of the hot water from the springs coming out of this fountain.
Is that moss on it?
Yeah, look how green that is. They've got several of these, and people are just at them all day, filling up their jugs of water. I mean, bottled water sales got to be really bad here, because you can just get
Yeah,
all
I guess so.
you can just get all the free water you want at
They
one of
come with
these.
Great big jugs.
Yeah, they come with big jugs. We will get some tomorrow. Anyway, we're going to head down Bathhouse Row in this direction. About 37,000 people here, but Metro has a little over 100,000, which is more accurate, because you drive around this town, it feels a lot bigger than 37,000. Yeah, a lot of traffic here. This is a very popular resort town. Make no mistake.
Well, you can tell. Look at all the people here. My
Yeah.
goodness, there's lots of families here.
Yes.
I keep seeing families.
We're staying in a hotel about a 5-minute walk off this area here. And the hotel's been busy every night.
Very busy.
Anyway, here's one of the bathhouses, Lamar.
Ah.
About 1 million gallons of hot water a day comes out of the hill there behind them and into these, well, not the entire 1 million gallons, but into these bathhouses. This is the Lamar bathhouse, built in 1923, and it is a gift store now. This is the Buckstaff bathhouse.
There's a line to go in there. Wow.
Yes, very popular. It is actually still a bathhouse. Has been like over 100 years now.
Oh, this one's not a bathhouse.
Not anymore. It used to be.
Oh,
It's a gift shop
okay.
now. Only 2 of the 8 are bathhouses. This is one of the 2.
Wow.
We have been there before.
Yes. This is the specific one we went to?
Yes, so here's some footage of that. You can see Nicole enjoying the hot water. They also serve drinks, so you can have a cocktail.
I believe we partook.
Uh-oh. Something happening. Yeah. He's in a hurry, too. These buildings are all really beautiful. This is neoclassical architecture. Yeah. Here's the Ozark, and it is Spanish Mission architecture.
Beautiful building.
Yeah, you see this kind of architecture in Southern California and Arizona. This one, I believe, yeah, this is a museum now. All right, this is the 4th one. It's Quapaw Bass, I think, named
Is that
after
how you pronounce it?
I think, yeah, it's named after a local Indian tribe, and there's a Spanish mission as well. Yeah, so this is the other bathhouse, but it is closed for maintenance, it says.
Ah.
So that
That's
other
why the
bath.
other one is enjoying so much business, I guess.
Yeah. This town has a rich baseball history. Most of the Major League Baseball teams had spring training here way up into the mid 1900s. And
that makes sense, so they can get into the hot springs after they work out, I guess.
I mean, you know, your muscles are sore, yeah,
That makes sense.
after a hard workout. This bathhouse is now the visitor center,
Yeah,
and
there's lots of visitors there.
I believe we can go inside and see what's going on there. So let's check it out. Yeah, the Fordyce bathhouse. All right, so we're inside the bathhouse. We're going to take a look,
Cooling room.
see what you would see. Well, they're called bathhouses. How about that, huh? You would actually take baths. What is this?
I believe somebody sits in here and steams, or your head pops out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they open the door and then close it and their head pops out. Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
They steam your whole body. Look, does water come out of all of these?
Yeah, that looks pretty luxurious.
That would blast your entire body. I bet that
Hydrotherapy room.
hydrotherapy room. Man, I bet that felt good. Man, this seems like something out of ancient Rome, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. What are they holding?
I mean, I guess water would come out of that and it would be hot. And you could just hang out in this room. I guess you would sit at these, benches. And then around it they have these here. Got more baths. A lot of them. So I guess this would be like a social place, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. I guess.
Hot Springs is the mecca for diseased humanity of the world, who have been going there in great numbers for many years past and will continue to do so for many years to come. William White, 1905. Right next to is a picture of that room we were just in. And it's just like we thought. Bathers talk in the elegant men's hall of the Fordyce bathhouse. Bathhouse owners design spaces for bathers to socialize, which doctors considered important to the healing process. Medical treatments in hot springs have changed over time. This is what the doctor might have recommended. So sprained ankle,
You would say, sit in a hot cabinet.
sit in a hot cabinet. How about stomach ache?
It says, drink the water. It's because they believe the minerals in the water neutralize stomach acid.
All right, well, here's the big one.
Syphilis. Get a mercury rub. I don't know. It doesn't sound pleasant, does it?
It says the disease was common, so they would come here.
That's because they're all sitting in the bath together. Of course it's common.
That may be true. This is the dressing room for men. What are you doing in here? You're female. You have no business being in here. Yeah, it's just
I always wanted to see the men's dressing room.
it's just a little tiny room, isn't it? We have exited the bathhouse. Back on Bathhouse Row. Check out one of the many fountains that line the street. How hot is it?
Well, I'm trying to touch it. Oh, it's pretty hot.
Now this is the Hale Bathhouse. It is a restaurant now.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's an upscale restaurant. Across the street, of course, there are hotels. Really beautiful ones. People in cars with their music really loud. Anyway, right there is the Ohio Club. That's the place we're going to have dinner here in a few hours.
Oh, yummy. I'm hungry already.
Yeah, but you can see these beautiful hotels and other businesses across the street that would serve the people going to the bathhouses. And here's the last one. Superior Baths. This one is a brewery now for beer.
Ah.
Yeah. Now we have reached the end of Bathhouse Row. The street continues on this way. There's mostly just more hotels, including this one, the Hotel Arlington, and businesses. And of course, a lot of the park is that way, the wilder area of the park. And then Bill Clinton, he was not born here. He was born in Hope, Arkansas, but he spent a lot of his childhood here, and he lived just down that way, a little ways, as a kid. This hill here, if you walk around it, and there are trails, there's all kinds of places where hot water is just coming out of the ground.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember that last time we were here?
Yes.
And there's a spot here where the water's coming out. Let's go check it out. This is a spot where pure hot water is just pouring out of the hillside.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can see the steam coming off of it. Here, put your hand in it.
I will. Ooh, it's pretty hot. Once you have your hand in there a second, you got to take it out.
Yeah. It's probably 108, 110 degrees, I think.
Definitely a bit too hot for my bathtub.
Yeah. Bill Clinton was not the only person that grew up here, lived here. Billy Bob Thornton. If you're watching Landman, you know who he is. He was born and raised here. Anyway, there's a wax museum here. Yeah, they got a Zoltar. They also have a Trump.
A Trump tie?
Yeah.
Hey, you're tired of losing? You'll be winning in no time. You're gonna be huge.
We're gonna get our fortune told.
Come, I was going to make a poem, but nothing rhymes with Kamala. Pamela, Mamala, Shamala, nothing. She's terrible.
Well, there you go. You're on your way to being the best at something, the very best. But don't forget, being the best thing, staying humble, staying hungry.
Staying hungry or humble or both?
Both, I think.
Oh, okay.
The health benefits of taking the baths were a primary reason for baseball coming to Hot Springs. The players tended to drink heavily and believed the hot bath regimen could boil out the impurities in their systems. We still think that to this day, don't we? Is it hot?
Yes, it's hot. Like all the water coming up from the earth right now. It's all hot. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay.
And we just chill it and drink it later.
Now this, by the way, is the old Army-Navy hospital. Up on the hill, looks out over downtown. Most major league players of the early 20th century had few inhibitions, and many enjoyed gambling during training trips to Hot Springs. Among the most popular casinos in the city were the Southern Club, built a few doors to the right in 1893, and the Ohio Club, built in 1905. Al Capone, Lucky Luciano, Bugsy Siegel, Frank Costello, other mobsters also frequented these clubs. Anyway, this is where we're going to go and have early dinner. Now this is in front of the bar.
What's up, man?
All right, yeah. So let's head in and have some food at the Ohio Club. Check it out. I'm hungry. Haven't eaten yet today. This place looks pretty crowded. It's famous for this huge back bar here. It's made out of mahogany. Built in 1890. Yeah, shipped here from, I want to say, Ireland. The bar is primarily a burger and sandwich place, so I'm going to have a hangover burger. I can barely read that. Bacon. Yeah, fried egg, cheddar cheese, pepper jack, spiced ketchup, garlic aioli, mixed greens. Sounds really good. So what are you going to have?
I think it sounds strange, but I think I'll try this Kobe coffee rub. It's a coffee rubbed Kobe beef patty. It's cheddar cheese, spicy grilled onions, and some kind of house Creole sauce, which I'm going to take off.
Yeah, and look at it. It's almost $30 for that burger.
It's a $29 burger, so I hope it tastes good.
Yeah, it better be good for that.
Well,
price.
it's Kobe beef, so they got to charge extra.
I see. I was checking out the price of my hangover burger. It's $22. That's some high dollar burgers. They better be good. Our food is here. This is my hangover burger. I don't know how I'm going to eat that. You can see how big that is.
Swish it.
Yeah, that is the egg. Yummy. Fries. I ordered an extra side of onion rings. They're supposed to be really good. Yeah. And in yours?
I got the Kobe rub burger, and first of all, look at my salad. It looks amazing for a side salad. That looks so good. And then I got the Kobe rub burger that has cheddar cheese and spicy fried onions on it. I took the sauce off.
Okay.
So that looks yummy.
That's a $30 burger.
Okay.
Wow.
It's $29 burger.
Let's see if it delivers.
Okay.
I think mine is.
I'm ready.
Well, how is the food? My burger is fantastic. You can see the egg there. It's a big bite, but it is one of the best burgers I've ever had.
Big bite, but you handled it?
Exactly. Worth $22? Maybe. Fries are really good. Onion rings are fantastic. I was going to say, nothing better than good old-fashioned American onion rings, but then I looked it up. Onion rings were invented in England in 1805.
Boo.
Damn you, England.
Boo.
Beating us to it again.
Okay, what can I get for you?
This is really good homemade ketchup. Anyway, so
Oh, you
yours.
did already? Okay.
It's funny because if I give a burger a thumbs up, it's good because I'm not a burger person. But
Okay, what did you decide?
I really love this Kobe burger. It was yummy. It was yummy, and I think I could taste a hint of that coffee rub. The grilled onions on it were fantastic. So yummy. And oh my goodness, for a side salad, this was amazing. They gave you like chopped up cucumbers, tomatoes. They've got like the good mix underneath, and of course like we've got some Parmesan cheese on top, or it's a mix of cheddar jack cheese on top. Sorry about that. And yeah, so the salad itself was good too, especially for being just a side. So I loved my food. I could keep going. I just don't want to feel, I just don't want to be overwhelmed with food in my stomach.
Well, and just so everyone knows, we're not done eating. I've gotten some comments where people say, you only ate half your food. No, we always eat all the food. We just do the review halfway through it. Okay,
So you
just
can
so
see
people
it.
know. Right. Okay. And
Anyway,
we're
tell
having,
them thumbs up.
we're having shots of Grand Marnier and some.
Yeah, this is my first time having Grand Marnier. Very orangey.
Well, and that's Maker's Mark. We're having Maker's Mark too. Well, we're walking to our hotel. Our hotel's walking distance. So, we're having a couple drinks too. Anyway, there's the thoughts on these burgers. So, everyone, here is the tab. Ooh, get ready for this one.
It's pricey.
$167.03.
That's because Joe's an alkie.
Yeah, mostly because this is our last day on a trip. We're taking a few days off after this before we head out on our next long trip. So we had a few drinks. Yeah.
We didn't have a New Year's Eve either, so this is basically our New Year's Eve.
Right. Anyway, yeah. So, 167, but a lot of it was alcohol. There it is, guys. The tab. All right, everyone. So that's going to be it for here in Hot Springs and Arkansas. Up next, we are heading way out west, Arizona and California.
All right.
Yeah, so that's all coming up next. We hope to see you guys there.